Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And fuck our champions! Good up, Pepe!
Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
The regular season is over. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to get serious. Good evening and welcome to another Game in Frame presentation of the APSL Delaware River Conference. We have our first semifinal on tap from the bucolic campus of Lancaster Bible College. Alloy hosts Oaklyn for a spot in the final. You won't want to miss this one. Kickoff in just a few minutes. Welcome back to this semifinal matchup from Donald H. Funk Field. And as a reminder, today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The Air Case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game in Frame community an exclusive discount, so scan that QR code to get 10% off. And as always, keep it fresh. As you look on your screen, Alloy in white going from right to left, Oaklyn in black going from left to right. This game is being played here tonight because the APSL's playoff structure is as follows. There is a regular season title winner to that top place team, but the top four all get into the Delaware River Conference playoffs. One plays four, and as you're seeing right in front of you, two is playing three. Two being Alloy Soccer Club, finishing the season with 46 points in just 18 games. That's 15 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. You'd think that would be enough to get them the top of the table, but unfortunately for them, the Westchester Predators had a few things to say about that, finishing on 49 points. Oaklyn, however, 32 points, finishing in third this season, 10 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. Something to keep an eye on here is the goal scoring potential for Alloy, though. Their target man, Ryan Butler, suspended tonight due to a red card that he got in the last game against Philadelphia Soccer Club. So the goals are going to have to come from somewhere else tonight. Looks like Matteo Adaleta's up top for Alloy. We'll see how he gets on, but we're underway from Lancaster Bible College. Starting down this right-hand channel are Alloy. Alloy, the home team tonight with that 2 seed, which is worth noting because it's quite a haul for the Oaklyn players. Well over an hour and a half to make it to Lancaster Bible College's campus here. So hopefully for Oakland's sake, they're off the bus both mentally and physically and ready to give Alloy a big game. Now remember, this is a repeat fixture from last year's semifinals in the Delaware River Conference as Alloy makes their way down this left-hand side, a cut in from the top into the box to Josiah Ramirez, tried to turn, picked off temporarily. Alloy have it back, top of the box, a hit, and there's our opening goal. It didn't take long. Alloy 1, Oaklyn 0. That's Meluco Lutzalo who started that move. The ball found its way back, and he made no mistake firing into that lower left-hand corner. And the home team goes up 1. Less than 2 minutes into our semifinal. The scoreboard is lit up. Can Oaklyn respond quickly? Johnson trying to sneak his way around, but good defending. Well, I asked where the goals were going to come from. There you have it. The man who I believe is starting at left back for Alloy breaks the deadlock that lasted all of about 90 seconds. Josiah Ramirez, another one to watch out for Alloy. He finished the regular season campaign with 12 goals. He was their top scorer, one of the top scorers in the league, to be honest. So not just on Alloy, their lead producer. That ball's trickling towards the end line, and the Oaklyn defender lets that run out for a Donovan Friedhoff goal kick. Worth noting, if you're a fan of Oaklyn United, you may have heard Brady Hockman's name in between the pipes for the Nor'easters, but I just learned minutes before kickoff that Mr. Hockman has accepted a job with Stack, so congratulations to him. Unfortunately, that means Oaklyn had to look elsewhere for goalkeeping options. They found Donovan Friedhoff, who actually played in this fixture last year in the semifinal and did really well. Here's Lutzalo again, burning a path down this left-hand side, beats his man, but couldn't get on the end of that back touch, and it'll be another Oaklyn goal kick. So, as I was saying, Friedhoff did play in this fixture last year against Alloy. Oaklyn on the road at Alloy last year, who were last year's regular season title winners, managed to win that game and make the APSL finals, which is again why this setup is really, really neat, because that first place in the regular season does get you a regular season title, but you still have to earn your way in which is what both these teams are hoping to do tonight. Alloy, everything going to plan so far, but a lot of game left to be played. This is looked like just a collision there. Couldn't even really call it a challenge, but looked like everyone was okay. That ball was into Mancuso, who was the Oaklyn leading scorer this year. He finished with 7 goals. He's their target man. Adaleta getting bumped off the ball there. Managed to keep it. He goes down. Ramirez with the ball at his feet, and play on the word from the referee. The 1-2, Ramirez gets it back. Top of the box, turn into the open channel, and the finish couldn't beat Donovan Friedhoff, who was in the right spot. It was Leo Dania who had 3 goals in last season's campaign. Couldn't convert there to put Alloy up 2 goals. Over the top, looking for Mancuso, couldn't find him. Alloy picked that one out. Over the top ball, looking for Adaleta. Oakland players wanted offside, but they won the ball back regardless. But Salo wins that one back, plays it into Adaleta. Ramirez scanning for options. Next to go back to Adaleta, who gets his pocket picked by Oakland. Mancuso on the ball. Danilo goes down towards the top of that attacking line, but no matter for Alloy as working the wall. It falls to Adaleta, top of the box. He goes down. Referee awards a free kick in a very dangerous spot. This ball was inches from being across that 18-yard box, and would have been awarded a penalty if not for that extra couple of rolls of the ball. But as things stand, we'll have a free kick from very, very close range. You wonder if it's too close for Alloy to get this ball up over the wall and then down under the bar. Josiah Ramirez, the only man standing behind this free kick. And if you're looking at that Oakland wall and seeing a very, very large human being, that is Mr. Kitch, who is going to be trying to block this free kick. A hit, and my goodness, that was not far away. Swerving away from goal all the way along. It's an interesting tactic there. I think Ramirez was also worried about getting that ball up and down, so he elected to just try to rocket it into that far post, but wasn't quite on. Here's Charlie Kitch, the very tall defender I was telling you about. Mark on the ball. There's Ramito trying to find it back to Mancuso, but too much mustard on that pass. While we have a moment, a couple of big games coming up on Game and Frame tomorrow. We'll have the other semifinal in the Delaware River Conference to bring you. That's Westchester versus Kensington. That's at 5 o'clock. And then also tomorrow at 6:30, you can tune into Pan Cyprian versus Manhattan Celtic. That's, again, at 6:30 in the Metropolitan Conference of the APSL. So lots going on, as always, here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Kitch goes to Johnson. Turnover from the Alloy goalkeeper. Austin Johnson was first there, but makes up for it. Kevin Delsid in goal for Alloy tonight. He goes long looking for Letzalo, and it was a good service. And a tangle of the legs goes against Alloy. Be an Oaklyn free kick. Worth noting, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a very breezy night here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and a little chilly considering it's the final day in May, and we are flirting with temperatures in the 50s right now. I'm sure the players won't mind. Apart from the wind, which is gusting straight towards that Oaklyn goal. Scratch that, kind of towards the scoreboard in this lower left-hand corner of your screen. But definitely Alloy find themselves downwind in this first half. Alloy win back that throw-in. To go backwards, and I will switch field. Dan Rowe is trying to find that right-hand channel. Adaleta's on it now. Ramirez, the intended target, falls straight back to Weand. Adaleta goes down. Referee says nothing there. And look at this one. Romito giving chase, and he's beating his man. A touch inside the box. A chip, but well over the bar. Really nice ball played in behind. Couldn't convert. That would have been the leveler. But as we approach the 15-minute mark, we still find ourselves at 1-0. Long ball played over the top, looking for Letzalo, but a little bit beyond his reach. Look at that Alloy press flying in. It's done the job as well as Rowe finds himself on the ball. Over the top and really calmly chested back towards the Oaklyn goal. Friedhoff goes long. Sam Quay goes down. And Oaklyn will have a free kick in Alloy territory. Ball lifted in towards the penalty area, headed clear by Alloy. Rowe gets on the end of it. Little shimmy there from the Alloy man. It was Chris Richards with the fancy feet. He's on the ball again here. Looking forward, finding Ataleta. Tried to go around the corner to Dania, not on. And a tackle from behind, I think got the ball, but not able to keep possession as the linesman's flag is up. And I think they're just playing the advantage. That is what's occurring. So, oh, it's a really nice run from Dania. Went unnoticed by the Alloy midfield. He was clear in behind. Had they been able to track it down. Ball pinged across. Touch was a bit loose. Tramontana picked it up, but Alloy win it right back. Ramirez, oh, look at that, a little nutmeg from Ramirez in the middle of the park, and then he's fouled. The Techers on full display from Alloy early on in this one. Wean down the right-hand side. Oh, referee said it was too early. That was very, very close. A little unlucky, but Wean goes short. Second time of asking. Let Saulo scanning for options, not happy with what he had. Now he pinged one into Dania, but it didn't get there. And oh, lovely little dummy from Wean. And play on the call from the referee. Here's Rowe, into Ramirez. Ataleta on that left foot. Shot was blocked. Wean I think was trying to find Ramirez there, but straight to Friedhoff. Ball played in behind for Oaklyn. Sam Quay is in the middle of the box. It didn't get there. Looks like Oakland's trying to play on that counterattack, and it's seemingly working so far. He had one really good chance created, and that second one could have been money, but pass couldn't be completed. Mancuso turns it over to Wean in behind, looking for Rowe. Can he keep it in? I don't think so. He cannot. Just out of reach. Goal kick for Oaklyn as we enter the 20th minute. Here's Dania on that right-hand side looking for Ramirez. Cut out by Johnson. Here's that long ball in again to Romito. Looks like he's got the pace to get on the end of it. He does. Looking for a cross, not finding the space. Goes backwards. Top of the box for Oaklyn. Dania slides in and did not get enough of the ball for the referee's liking. It's Blake Dryhouse for Oaklyn winning that free kick. Again, a free kick awarded just outside the box. This one was even closer than Alloy's. This is, I mean, maybe a foot outside, if that. Kelvin Delsid trying to get that wall set up. Here comes Oakland's set piece routine. Looking for goal, and oh, that came off the top of the bar. That was not far away from leveling this one up. And that was center back Nico Tramontana on that set piece. Inches from a tie ball game in Lancaster. Ramirez coming down the right-hand side, turned it over to Lumark. And Lumark goes down, free kick awarded. Looks like he's okay. Referee talking to Ramirez there, which is strange because Dunia was the one that had the challenge. Maybe Ramirez was protesting the call. I'm not sure. Kitch on the ball for the Nor'easters. All the way back to Delsid for Alloy. There's Rowe to let Salo. And assistant referee said that ball trundled out of bounds before Alloy played it. That ball is in behind. Atalanta converts from seemingly a very ordinary build-up, an extraordinary through ball. Atalanta, the beneficiary, slotting it home to double Alloy's advantage, 2-0. I think Tramontana is pleading for offsides. And the main referee is, I think, telling him to take it down a notch. Still protesting. 25 minutes into this one. Home team is up 2-0. Ball back to Tramontana. Goes wide to Johnson. Over the top, looking for Mancuso. That ball falls all the way to Delcid in goal for Alloy. That's Salo on the ball now, the first goal scorer of this evening. Rowe tried to ping that to his right back, and it actually came off of Weand and fell to Oaklyn. Little dummy, and Sam Quay giving Ramito the thumbs up for the idea. Here's Rowe. With Salo. Salo goes into Ramirez. And a strong challenge. Referee says he got the ball. Wow, and I don't agree with that call. It looked like Kitch backed up into Ramirez, and the referee said Josiah Ramirez, who might be 5'8", maybe, apparently fouled Charlie Kitch, who is probably 6'8". That's a little exaggeration, but probably 6'5". Not too sure about that one, but that's the call regardless. Friedhoff on the ball now. Oh, a nice move from Lou Mark down that left-hand side. Ball played in behind. And a tangle of the legs. Referee keeps his whistle in his pocket. Probably the right call there. I'm not sure that was a foul on either man. I think they were both just going for that ball. Here's Kitch. Back to Johnson. Infield to Mancuso. Couldn't get that touch under control. Alloy hoofs it clear. Here's Ramirez getting that quick turn. And I think Rowe was offsides. He was. And I think Ramirez protesting the offsides decision. Friedhoff. Goes back to Friedhoff. This time, go left to Kitch. Right back. Can't help but notice Malinga is in acres of space on this right-hand side, but they go left to Lou Mark. Mancuso on the ball. And Lumark fighting to get on the end of it. He got there, and he's back on the ball. Inside to Quay. The flag goes up, and actually Delson did really well to get on the end of that one. Protests now from Oaklyn on the offside decision. More than a half hour into this match. 2-0 the score if you're just joining us. But Salo and Adaleta, the 2 goal scorers for Alloy. Delson goes long, ball was cut out, but throw in for Alloy. Ball was heading toward Adaleta, but looked like Tramontana cut it out well before. Tramontana with the ball at his feet with some room to roam. Over the top, looking for Johnson. Can he get there? He cannot. Looks like Oaklyn are going the Route 1 approach, which, to be fair, has almost worked 2 or 3 times already in this first half. Just unable to convert thus far. Here's Rowe on the ball. Let's Salo. Infield, Johnson cuts it out. Now down the line for Quay. Poked away by Salo. Molingue is going to throw this one in. Into Quay. Back to Johnson. And ball was actually chested down in the box, which you don't see much. But it worked for Alloy that time. Wien goes backwards. There's Luke Knoll in the middle of the park. Wien bails him out. There's Ramirez with the 1-2 with Dania, who plays another 1-2 to Adaleta, who has a hit, and Friedhoff had to make that save, I think. I'm not sure that was going wide. Looked like Dania got caught in the buildup. But corner kick for Alloy after Friedhoff's strong left hand pushes that one clear. Short the play on this corner for Alloy. Looking to go towards that end line. Lou Mark said no thanks. And now, here comes Oaklyn. Rowe cuts that one out though. Throw in. $20 minutes left in, or excuse me, 10 minutes left in this first half. Friedhoff. Looking for Mancuso, but Saulo cuts it out and manages to get it back to his goalkeeper. Delsid getting involved with his feet, maybe just trying to stay warm back there. Or maybe looking for an assist. Nice ball played over the top. Adaleta finds Saulo down the left-hand side. Long ball over the top. Dunia is in acres of space. He's on sides. Step over into the box he goes. Back to row, and we lost our lights here. Luckily, we've got some sunshine peeking through the clouds. And bodies flying everywhere. No call. Oaklyn moving up with the ball. Wien somehow gets that ball to Denia. I'm not sure how. Ramirez goes down in a heap, and Kitch, the offender on that one. This one a little bit further out than the rest of Alloy's set pieces. Probably within shooting range, but on the very edge of it. And the lights are back on. Ramirez trying to play a set piece in. Kitch heads it clear. Wien to Saulo. Delsid. Here's Wien. Saulo down this left-hand side a little bit. Oh, no, excuse me. He's offsides, and I think he saw it before he actually touched it. Kitch to Tramontana. Over the top for Molingue, and he will get there. He's onside. Cross floating towards that back post. Oh, and Lumark did get there, but he was really reaching for it. Couldn't really get any type of strike on it, and it floats well over the crossbar. Looking for the short build out, turned it over, and I guess that ball went out of bounds. Yeah, went out of bounds on that far side. Throw in for Oaklyn. 5 minutes left in our first 45. We will have stoppage if the referee sees fit. Rabona was the attempt there, but Maradona was at the attempt there, but it didn't come off. Now a ball floated for Adaleta, and Kitch throws that big paw out there and kept Adaleta at bay. Ball played in behind for Lou Mark. Kiefer sliding challenge. Pokes that one out of play. Less than 5 minutes. Can Oaklyn pull one back before halftime and make that team talk a bit more interesting for Alloy? Here's Rowe. Into Null. Clipped wide for Lazzalo. Will he get there? He will, but couldn't keep it in. Ramirez on it. Zipped into Dania. Laid out for Rowe. Infield to Adaleta around the corner, looking for Ramirez, cut out. Here's Quay. Ball clipped over the top, but that's going to trickle its way back into the Alloy box. Adaleta somehow sneaks through there, and I think he did hit Ramirez, but Ramirez couldn't quite get it under his spell. And it trickles back to Friedhoff. Ramirez flying in to press that one, and that one looked like it hit a hand, and it did. Weand to take this set piece. They go short to Ramirez. Into Null. Ramirez gets it back. A little shimmy. Drops the shoulder. Plays one over the top to Dania. That will sit. Gets on the end of it. Into the box. Going Alloy. Weaving past defenders. Couldn't quite beat the fourth, I think it was. And here comes Quay. Trying to get on the end of that one, and down goes Kiefer, and Kiefer happy to play that free kick quickly. Rowe turns his man. Around the corner to Null. Tried to go inside to Ramirez. Cut out by Johnson. Here comes Quay again. Trying to get the better of Kiefer. Adaleta to Dania. Weand wins that 50-50 ball. Into the 45th minute now. Again, stoppage time is allowed if the referee wants to. Nice turn from Ramirez. A little dummy from Rowe, and it worked really well. And Rowe reaping his reward now. Crosses to, it was attempting to find Lazzalo, but it's cut out at the top of the Alloy box. And a corner is awarded. And as you can see from that scoreboard, we are into stoppage time now. Referee just gave me the sign, 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. 2 minutes. Lazzalo, top of the box where he scored his last one. He elects to pass this time. Here he is again, top of the box. Finds Dania. Richards. Oh, looking for Rowe. It's fallen out of Letta, though. Nall. Ramirez. Into the box he goes. Tried to float that one. Too tight. Kiefer did get it to Wien. That ball was kind of sliced across the field. Maybe a little bit of a miss-hit. Oaklyn pick it up. Ramito's in a lot of space over here. Ramirez. He's really only got one option up here. And you got to think that will be a yellow. It sure will. Alloy might be happy to keep this 2-0 lead. As I say that, though, a ball played over the top into Dania, who is offsides. Did convert that time, but I think he was a good 5 yards off there. That was not particularly close. And that is our halftime whistle. Your score from Donald H. Funk Field. Alloy 2, Oaklyn 0. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up soon.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to the campus of Lancaster Bible College. Your score at halftime, Alloy 2, Oaklyn 0. Just as a reminder, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The Air Case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount, so scan that QR code to get 10% off. And remember, keep it fresh. Second half about to get underway. Oaklyn in black going from right to left. Alloy in white going from left to right. Assistant referees just about to get in place. And the second half is underway in this APSL Delaware River Conference semifinal. A spot in the final on the line tonight. Alloy in the driver's seat so far. Dania with the little Ronaldo chop inside, finding Ramirez. Looking to add to that advantage early. Goes wide. Back inside to Ramirez. Back to Weand. Ball zipped out wide. Infield to Rowe. Out to Null. Let's Salo. Crosses to Adaleta. Trying to find Dania. Couldn't do it. Mancuso trying to hold the ball up. Couldn't quite. Ramirez with a nice little turn. Trying to chip it into Dania, who heads it down to himself. Almost came off. Picked out by Lumark. Ramirez crossing to Null, and he did get on the end of it, but the header goes well over the bar. Nice sized crowd on hand here at Donald H. Funk Field, despite the somewhat chilly conditions considering the time of the year. Not a bad sunset that we're being treated to either here in beautiful Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Salo turns that ball over. Ramito was about to be on it, but Dania came all the way back from right wing to pick it off. And here's Ramirez. Adaleta. Really a two-man game right now, and they will find Ramirez, who did keep it in. Has Dania in support. He does use him. Here's Weand. Oh, a nice cross to Adaleta, who brings the touchdown. A nice move. Null was there, but couldn't quite turn it goalward. It looked like he got the last touch. So a goal kick for the Nor'easters. Lumark. Dryhouse. Dryhouse gets it back. 2 goals on the campaign for Dryhouse this year. That ball's intended for Quayle. Salo put it out into touch. In case Oaklyn is able to level this one up, it's worth noting there are 30 minutes of standard overtime in this game. So if level after 90, they'll play 30 minutes, then go to PKs if needed. No golden goal here today. Tramontana goes back to Friedhoff. Ramito on the ball. Turns it around the corner. Can he keep it in? He can. Really nice job from Ramito. And wow, the referee said nothing there. I'm not sure about that one. Friedhoff well out of his goal to come play that one, and he's pumped it all the way down the field, and with that wind assist, it might actually, we have a throw. I think we'll have a throw in here after Friedhoff hit that one the length of the pitch. Kiefer just clears that one, but it did go to Nall. Finds Ramirez, who finds Latsala with a beautiful pass. Can the goal scorer make it two? He beats one man into the box. He has the hit. Another nice save from Friedhoff. His second really big save of this game. Another corner for Alloy. While we have a second couple of games coming up tomorrow on Game and Frame, the other semifinal in the Delaware River Conference, Westchester taking on Kensington. That's at 5 o'clock. Then don't go anywhere because at 6:30, Pancyprian plays Manhattan Celtic. That's at 6:30 in the APSL Metropolitan Conference semifinal. So lots of action as always here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Two hands up from Ramirez, and in comes the corner. Over Dania's head, but might be able to keep that one in. He can't. Again, worth noting, the wind is gusting here in Lancaster. It's blowing down towards the scoreboard. Adaleta, too physical for the referee's liking. It's worth noting that Oaklyn had a pretty solid defensive record in the league campaign. 35 goals allowed through 18 games, so less than 2 per match allowed. Obviously, Alloy eclipsing that in this game, but that's probably because they finished with 56 goals this season through 18 games. A pretty nice clip, about 3 a game, as Lumark skips by his man. And I think he was going for something audacious there, but Delcid able to keep that one. And down goes the Alloy player, man. Mancuso comes out with it, has a hit, and oh, what a touch by Delcid. I can't believe he got fingertips to that one. I'm not sure if that was a deflection or just the shot, but what an athletic save from Delcid to keep that ball out of the net. Mancuso inches away from tucking that one home. Far post ball into Kitch, and he uses that height to great effect. The tallest man on the pitch wins that header, and Oaklyn claw 1 goal back. It's 2-1. Oaklyn United fans will know that last name, Kitch, from Andrew, his twin brother. How Charlie scores a goal and then goes into the book. So quite an eventful last 60 seconds for the big man. Back to Delcid. Johnson on the ball. There's Dania into Adaleta. Looking for Ramirez. Fights one man off. Couldn't fight off the second, but he doesn't. Oh, Rowe almost got there, but couldn't quite. Here's Dryhouse for Oaklyn. Down this left-hand side. Cutting inside. Tried to get past it, and the referee says that is a free kick. And that is in a pretty dangerous spot. 30, 35 yards out. Enough time to get this one up and down. Ramito standing over it. Ethan Ramito sizing this one up, and I can tell you he hasn't taken his eye off that goal. A quick glance to the left, 2 hands up. He does go short, but couldn't weigh that pass. Johnson not happy with Ramito's set piece effort, and he was letting him hear about it. Adaleta, good hold-up play, chests that ball down, finds Dania. Rowe back to Dania. Rowe skips by Mancuso. Long throw in. Tramontana cuts it out. Ball played in. Kiefer trying to keep it in, but I think it went out. So it'll be Oakland's throw. Nall comes away with that one. Zipped it in Adaleta. Good touch, though. Ramirez scanning for options. Goes back to Lazzalo. Good job by Rowe to spin out of trouble there, but turned it over. On the pass to Adaleta, here's Dryhouse for Oaklyn. Flying down this left-hand side. And that ball got stuck under the alloy, man. Dryhouse somehow came away with that like 3 times. He wasn't able to get it that last time because Delcid came in to clean it up. Here's Rowe. Alloy happy to keep possession. Here's Dania. And Ramirez got that one off, but it was straight at Friedhoff. Ramirez picks Johnson's pocket. Finds Ataleta. He gets a nice touch, but Tramontana wins the tackle. Falls to Dania, into Ramirez, or Ataleta. Turns one man, couldn't beat the second. That was Kitch. Rowe with a little 1-2 with Richards. Zipped in. There's Ramirez. Oh, just over the bar. Trying to make it 13 goals on the season, but just high for Ramirez. Ball in for Quay, and it looked like he had the step on Alloy, but Lazzalo got his foot in there. 15 minutes into this second half, 30 minutes remaining in regulation. Here's Quay picking his head up, trying to find Mancuso, couldn't quite get the touch on, and it trickles back to Delcid. Ramito. Pocket picked by Nall. Played into Dania. Richards with the overlapping run. Didn't use him, though. Inside to Rowe instead. There's Ramirez. Turned around the corner for Nall. Nice touch inside. Picks his head up. Top of the box. Has the hit and just wide of Friedhoff's right-hand post. A nice move for Alloy. Looked threatening this entire second half so far. But it's Oaklyn that got on the scoreboard. Wien puts that one straight up, and Nall able to get under it. Him and Ramirez playing a 1-2. Nall gets it back. Finds Lazzalo. Oh, the pass was just too heavy, but he's on the end of it. To Rowe at the top of the box. A cut. Tried just to do a bit too much, did Rowe there. Ramirez screaming for that ball, but it's just too heavy on the pass. Trying to switch fields is Oaklyn, but pass was behind Dryhouse. Excuse me, Dryhouse. Into Weand. Oh, a nice little pass around the corner from Rowe into Weand, who goes over the top, looking for Nall. Can he hit it? He can. What a finish! Luke Nall with a howitzer into the top right-hand corner. Puts LA up 3-1. Not much Friedhoff could do about that one. A heat-seeking missile into the top right-hand corner. Home team's lead is back to 2. The Oaklyn attack has looked a lot more dangerous in this second half. It's going to have to be if they want to reach that APSL final. Apologies for any untoward language my mic may or may not have picked up there. Tried to go around the corner, did win, but Mark cut that one out pretty easily. "25 minutes left in the 90. Tania on the ball, sneaks through. Nico Tremontana, the man down for Oaklyn. And looks like Tramontana is going to need a substitute here, which is not ideal. For Oaklyn, one of their better players, and a center back, no less. Have a drop ball to resume play, and we are back underway. Aletta over the top, looking for Richards. Nice touch from Richards. Gets the ball out from his feet. Little clipped cross. Cleared everybody, and Friedhoff manages to scoop it up. As for reshuffling, it looks like Lou Mark is now in at center back, and Sam Quay has drifted back to left back for Oaklyn to accommodate for that injury. Oaklyn skipper not happy with this referee. Played over the top for Malinge, who did manage to get that ball out from his feet. Nick Hartman, by the way, the man on for Oaklyn. He's playing right wing now. Delsid plays wide to Kiefer. Whedon goes into row. The Oaklyn man couldn't quite keep it in. Rowe on the ball. It's backwards to Kiefer. Playing over the top, looking for Dunia. It actually hit the back of Quay. Dunia plays it back to Richards. It's inside to Adaletta. Look at, I think that's Malinge flying around. Almost got on the end of that. Just ran about 50 yards. Trying to track that one down. Here's Dania. Bit of a heavy touch, but had the space to do it. And Luke Knoll goes down, trying to turn that one around the corner. Foul called. Here's Richards. Around the corner to Dania. He's onside. Back to Richards, who had a hit, but kind of got on the end of that one. And look out. I think a Volkswagen got on the end of that one, unfortunately. into the 75th minute. Mancuso streaking in behind, but offsides the call. Substitutes coming into the game. Substitute, I should say. Looks like Luke Nall, the man making way. Not before that peach of a strike put Alloy up 3-1 in this match. But that will be all for Mr. Nall. Takes a seat on the bench. Andrew Cox, the man on in his stead. Quay chests that down nicely, finds Ramito. Ball over the top. Cut out by Alloy. I think that was Kiefer. Ramirez couldn't keep it in, but does win a throw-in. Less than 15 minutes left in the 90. Probably some stoppage time to add to that, though, with the injury to Tramontana. On the line, a spot in the APSL Delaware River Conference Final. That final, by the way, is for a spot in the wider APSL playoffs where you'll play teams from New York, New England, etc. Here's Cox inside the box, goes down. Oaklyn playing out now. Hostetter trying to get around Ramito and does so. That ball went off Quay. Can he keep it in? I think he can. He does. Infield to Lou Mark. Back to Quay. Into Johnson. There goes Rowe. Sticks the tackle. Out to Cox. Salo able to keep it under some pressure from Mancuso. Salo. Weand. Rowe back to Weand. Pokes it through. Richards is on sides into the box. A sliding challenge from Kitchen. It had to be made. Got it absolutely right. Probably didn't feel too nice on the turf, but was a great challenge. And a substitute coming on for Oaklyn. Ethan Romito making way. I think that is the last roll of the dice from the Oaklyn gaffer. I believe there was only 2 substitutes on the team sheet tonight. So, all the cards are on the table for Oaklyn. Corner kick incoming for Alloy. Richards punched by Donovan Friedhoff. Weand, top of the box. Back to Adaleta. Spinning, what a nice move there. Couldn't complete the pass, unfortunately. '80th minute from Lancaster. 10 left in the 90. Over the top for Dania. He will get there first. Little step over, heavy touch, and he does manage to get it off of Quay. Is that a corner? Yeah, it is a corner. I thought it might be have been ruled a throw-in, but it is a corner. Alloy goes short. Weand crosses far post. Cox goes back to Ramirez. But Salo in the center of the park. Over to Richards. Picks his head up. And Dania just let that one roll right by his foot. Friedhoff not complaining, though. Picked that one up. But Salo able to cut that one out. Tricky ball coming over his shoulder. Here's Dania. He plays back to Weand. You can see some of these Oaklyn players chasing this game is finally getting to them. And again, I don't believe they have any substitutes left to bring in. Mason Quentin was the substitute for Oaklyn. He was just on the ball there. 19-year-old. There's a couple of 19-year-olds on this Oaklyn roster tonight. Delsid calls his man off and able to pick that one up. As I was saying, a couple of 19-year-olds on the Oakland roster tonight. Braden Burnsteel, who's started off he's at the 6 role in that Oakland United midfield. He is a 19-year-old. And lots of South Jersey natives as well making up this roster. Richards has his pocket picked. And Hostetter shouldered off the ball there. Oaklyn looking to run down that right-hand side. It's into Malinge. Back to Delsid, who hoofs it clear. Kitch heads back towards Alloy territory. Alloy trying to play their way out now into Ramirez. Adaleta couldn't hold it up. Johnson with a little shoulder fake, able to allow Mancuso to get on the end of that one. Oaklyn chipping it in behind, and Delsid does really well to come and play that one right at the tippy top of his box. Really solid game from Delsid so far. Just the one goal allowed, and it was on the corner, which was more likely a marking issue than a goalkeeping issue. Just 6 minutes left to play of the 90. And again, probably in store for some stoppage time, though I'm not sure how much. Salo just brings that one down. Finds Dania. Couldn't find Rowe in the middle of the park. Could Richards? Oaklyn with the ball once again. The Oaklyn substitutes looking to combine over on that right-hand side. Salo. It's on the ball. Cox muscled off the ball. But Dania's on it now. He's bodied off the ball. And Richards throwing his weight around now, and he's the one that comes away with it. There's Dania in some space. Looks like the urgency of the Alloy attack has worn off, and they are now just looking to possess this ball. I say that, though. Cox is making his way toward that Oaklyn net. Here's Rowe. Goes right to Dania. Couple of step overs. Back to Wien. Out from his feet. Has a hit. And it came off of something. It fell towards that back post. What a save by Friedhoff. My goodness. That's a big save. The third of the night for Friedhoff. Cox goes around the corner to let Salo. Here's Wien again. Rowe. Cox racing Austin Johnson, who couldn't get on the end of it, and that's a foul. Looks like substitutes coming into the game for Alloy as we're into the 87th minute. The goal scorer, Salo making way. Oh, and Adeletta. So all three Alloy goal scorers now on the bench. Probably getting a handshake from the manager as we speak for a job well done. And now that the substitutes are in, we will have an Alloy free kick. Ball looking to get in behind, but Kitch picks it off. Johnson plays forward for the substitute Quentin. He's into the box. On his left foot, has a hit. Delcid holds that one. Another big save for him. Delcid probably thought better about playing that one long after a huge gust of wind. Ramirez goes left. Here's Ramirez. Cox around the corner to Dania. Cox again, 1-2 with Dania. Can he get there? It actually was cleared off Dania to Friedhoff. There's Quay inside. Spins out of trouble, does Bernsteel. Rehus loses out on that challenge. There's Rowe, back to Dania. Richards tries to go big, but to no one in particular. We are entering the 90th minute now. Ramirez finds Cox with some space in behind. Picks his head up. Passes across the box. And Alloy, again, just happy to keep it. Rather just finish this game with the ball in their pocket, it seems. There goes Quentin down that right-hand side. Beats his man. Into Mancuso, has a hit. Wrong side of the net. And another Alloy substitute. I think that said 4 minutes of stoppage time coming your way. 4 minutes left in this semifinal. Lou Mark on the ball, forward to Johnson. If Oaklyn want to stay in this one, they're going to need to make something happen very, very soon. Richards goes off the Oaklyn man, out into touch. Throw in for Alloy. Dania doesn't get enough on that one. Nice 1-2. Mancuso running towards that goal. Richards goes down, but did the job, it seems. Here's Richards. Running in behind, but fouled by Lou Mark. And you can bet Alloy will be in no particular hurry to take this free kick. There he goes short. Wind. Back to Hostetter. Kiefer. All the way back to Delson. Kitch heads clear. To Hartman. Into Quentin. Johnson trying to get there, but too much pace on that pass. If Alloy hang on, again, they will play the winner of Kensington versus Westchester, which will be tomorrow here on Game in Frame. That's at 5 o'clock. You won't want to miss that game. Number 1 seed versus the number 4. The number 2 seed taking care of business tonight on home turf. Oaklyn, though, not out of this one yet. Running towards that goal over the bar. And you got to think, not long left now. Referee just had a check of the watch. Second one there. Again, he said 4 minutes of added time. Whistle to the mouth. Be waiting for this one to come into play. And that is the first semifinal over. Alloy, your winners with a score of 3-1. They move on to the APSL Delaware River Conference final. Don't go anywhere. Interviews coming up in just a few minutes.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to the campus of Lancaster Bible College. I'm here with Luke Nall, who just capped off that 3-1 win for Alloy. Luke, this Oaklyn team's pretty solid, especially defensively. You guys are able to put 3 goals on them. What were you guys doing so well that you're able to unlock this defense tonight?
Honestly, we're just trying to play simple, move the ball around a ton up in the front third, and look to drive at the center backs and play balls in behind. That's how we scored our second goal and our third goal, a nice ball in behind. Just looking to make clean runs and commit the center backs and play in behind them. So,
I want to ask you about that third goal because you picked a really nice time to have one of the strikes of the season. I mean, that was a missile. So tell me what led up to that goal, and then what did it look like coming off the foot?
I mean, as I said, it was a nice initial run. I took a touch, beat the defender, and just, I don't know, let it rip. I mean,
let it rip is an understatement, folks. That was a missile. It was a very, very nice goal. One of the strikes of the season, as I said. Luke, this is the team in this very fixture a year ago that knocked you guys out. How good does it feel to flip the script this year?
Feels fantastic. It's amazing to get to play in a final. This is my second year on the team, so I haven't played in a final yet with them. So hoping to take it home in the next game.
So you're either playing Kensington, who you've had success with against them this year, rather, or Westchester, who has kind of taken it to you this year. Either way, whoever you get, what do you need to do to come away with the APSL Delaware River Conference title?
We need to do more of what we did tonight, and come out really intense on defense, make sure we don't give up some stupid goals early, and just get fired up and play intense.
Luke Nall with that third goal tonight in the 3-1 win for Ally. We'll find out who they play tomorrow night in the APSL Delaware River Conference Final in 1 week's time. But for now, I'm Jake Gillespie with my man Nick on the camera. Thank you very much for watching this Game in Frame presentation.